Diddy's back. Did he do it? All we know is it's the year of the Diddy. It's the year of the Diddy. He's back to stay, buddy. This is Diddy Kong Returns HD. They should do. You know how they did like that Mario game where it's like new Super Mario Bros. Deluxe, and they went, no, it's the year of Luigi. It's now new Luigi Bros. Deluxe.
Oh, sure.
They need to do a Diddy Kong Returns. I mean, they've just been real quiet about Diddy recently. That's all I'm saying. Like, they've just been real quiet. But I've been playing the Donkey Kong Returns HD game on Switch. These are some games I've been playing on the original Switch. Hoping, we get some more like Switch 1 upgrades. Hopefully there's a Nintendo Direct sometime in July and we get some more stuff. Because some of these games I've been playing a lot. I mean, this may or may not already be the Switch 2 version of Donkey Kong Returns. It just looks very crisp. I don't know why that is. But,
just very crisp.
It just looks...
Played it early.
Yeah, the early Switch 2 edition. I just got it, my friend Ree and Jinx, he sent it to me. And I got the early version. And, it's good. But it hits me with a wave of nostalgia playing this game because I originally played this game on the Wii back in the day, and it felt fucking awful to play with motion controls because when I'm rolling there or banging on the ground, you would have to grab your Wiimote and shake it up and down every time you do that. And there is almost like precision platform. I would call Donkey Kong Country a precision platformer to an extent. Like there is a lot of like tight jumps you have to make in this game, and like being like, okay, I need to make this jump, and then waggling your controller and then jumping, because you can like in this game you can roll jump to get more distance and height. But yeah, playing through this game again, it's like it's reminding me of how much I miss these like rare style like 2D platformers, and how much like makes me remember how much like jank and hard as nails stuff was in them at the same time.
Yeah.
Especially when you get to the more like challenge stuff as well. I've mostly been going through I've been going through all the levels. I'm pretty much at the end of the game. So I basically got to the end of the game, and then there's a bunch of levels I haven't played because they were exclusive to the 3DS version of Donkey Kong. So there's like a brand new set of levels for the 3DS version. They just combined those together with the Wii ones for the re-release. And I was at the end of the game. So I've pretty much played the entire game at this point. And then the Switch 2 came out. So I was really like, okay, I'm playing Mario Kart World. I'm playing, Fast Fusion and stuff. But it's been really cool going back and playing this because I think this is a solid game. And it definitely deserves... Like, just having a version of this game without waggle controls is almost perfect in itself. I mean, we had the 3DS version, I guess. But, the 3DS is not the greatest place to be playing this games, right, in general. It's nice it's portable, but we now have a good-looking portable version without waggle controls. So, it's sort of the best of both worlds, right?
That makes sense. Yeah,
this is one of the shadow levels. I always loved the shadow levels on this game because you just got those the silhouettes. Yeah. You have these good in Mario Wonder as well, which I think is really cool to see. So I was going through collecting every single. I was finishing every level, and then I was trying to get Kong on every level. That was the completion I was doing because I know you can go through and meticulously get like puzzle pieces and stuff, but I was like, I'm not a fucking puzzler, Tony. All right, like
you're not a puzzler.
Well, the puzzle pieces just give you like artwork, and I'm like, I don't really care about artwork personally.
That's not interesting.
Like it's probably part of the 100%. You might need to do it to unlock some level, but as I said before, as you progress through this game, it becomes increasingly hard as nails. Like I'm playing on modern mode, Tony. So what modern mode does is it gives you like. You get an extra health, so I have 3 health instead of 2 for me and Diddy. And then the placement of DK barrels are slightly different. You get more DK barrels in modern mode, and you can also buy specific items only in the modern mode as well. So there's items that, like for example, one of the things I hate the most about this game is, not to say it's a bad game, but I personally am not a big fan of the rocket section. So you basically jump into this barrel and you fly around like a rocket, right? I've never been a big fan of these in platformers. You have these, like for example, you have this in like Rayman Origins where you go onto like a fly and it's like a shooting section and you basically like immediately die if you get hit. Like in the barrel flying sections, if you get hit once by something or you like touch lava, you're just immediately dead and you have to restart unless you get like the one checkpoint that's in the level. So I found them like not really fun in that sense. They're kind of tedious. But you could, but like, I don't know if, I'm not 100% sure what the modern mode exclusive items are. Maybe I can look them up. Donkey Kong Returns HD. I can look this up quickly. Oh, you can have 9 items per level instead of 3 in modern mode. Okay. The Crash Guard. Yes, so this is a modern mode item. I would not play without this. I would not play modern mode without this. So you can survive 2 mine carts or rocket barrel crashes with this item. So instead of the level being a one-hit kill, it lets you take an extra hit based on how many you have. And this is like a game changer for me. This goes from me being like, I can't fucking do this level to, okay, I can kind of just, you know, use this item and get past it so I can play the rest of the game I enjoy, which I think is the right way to do it, right?
Yeah,
You can't change into modern mode after you start the game. So if you think you might want some of these enhancements or easier accessibility options, if that's what you want to call them, I would start the game in modern mode if you think you may want these. But yeah, basically, Tony, because another thing, Tony, so these cart sections or these like flying sections, when you go into them, you still need to collect Kong if you want to collect Kong. And they're auto-scrollers, right? And if you auto-scroll past the Kong, you then have to restart the level again to get the Kong because you've already gone past it, right? So you have to like kill yourself, basically, or to get to a previous checkpoint. Or if you've got a previous checkpoint, you can't do it. I mean, there was one level where it was basically like you were running away from a giant wall of bugs, I think it was. And that was actually really cool. Like, even though like I had to keep running and I was potentially going past like Kong and stuff, I actually found that really fun because it felt like I had more control over like it wasn't like, oh, okay, I have to like spam this button to make myself slightly move on this dodgy rocket barrel. It felt like I was losing more to my mistakes, which I prefer. Like, I wasn't... I think that's what I disliked about the rocket barrel stuff in this game, is it feels more like clunky and more like just dying to random shit because of jank rather than being like, oh, okay, I fucked up there, I could have done this jump. Or you just feel like you have less control over the game, I feel like, right? But yeah, I think getting Kong on the levels like unlocks like an extra bonus level, and I started some of them and I was like, oh, okay, I'll come back and do these later, because I just immediately was like, okay, the difficulty is ramped up on these. I would say for the most part, like just the general game is pretty fine. Like you have your, you know, your classic design of, I think I have some boss footage in here. Is this where's the boss? Oh, here's the minecart sections I was talking about. I can show you some minecart stuff. So, like, if I miss that puzzle piece there, I can't get that puzzle piece anymore because I've scrolled past it.
Oh, you can't. There's no way to. You can't restart a selected checkpoint.
No, you can restart the entire level. Or well, you see there I have a checkpoint. If there's a collectible after this point and I'd already got that piece, I could kill myself to go back and get that. So like.
That's just why I just think it should be a way to just do it.
Because this game came out like I want to say 15 years ago now.
Okay, right.
And it very much feels like there's a lot of shit where I'm like, man, I miss these classic 2D platformers, right? The Donkey Kong games on like the Wii and the Wii U were great, but there's a lot of like quality of life stuff they could have added. Even like down to the core fundamental design of, like some platformers now, like I think they do this in Mario Wonder. Once you've collected a collectible, and if you die, you don't have to go and get it again. You just have that collectible now. Like that could have been like a nice quality of life stuff, but it's a classic game, and they're just adapting it to the modern audience. That's something I've seen online that I think is really fucking like people complaining about censorship and stuff. Or like this game is intended for modern audiences. I'm like, well, yeah, no shit. We're in current year. They're not making games for people who are like, from 50 years ago.
This game was made for people in the 1920s.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd say I've been really enjoying. I've played pretty much all of the game so far, and I've been really enjoying going back and playing it. It's bosses. It's that classic design of hit the thing 3 times. If you've played a Nintendo game, you understand the mechanics of a Donkey Kong boss fight,
Do thing 3 times.
Yeah. You have to dodge, dip, dive, and weave. There was a couple of bosses where I was like, I don't really understand the mechanic, and I kind of was like, I felt like I was just like fighting infinitely. The one I ate the most was you're fighting like some guys on a moving minecart. I was like, oh shit, this is hard.
That does sound,
but
really difficult.
Yeah, I do actually want to go back and like, because we've got the Donkey Kong game coming out on the Switch 2 now, and I'm very excited to play that. I've never played Tropical Freeze, so I've gone back and I've played. This is always satisfying, beating the shit out of the totems by spamming the buttons.
Yeah.
I've never played Tropical Freeze, and I've heard Tropical Freeze kind of improves on a lot of stuff of the Donkey Kong Country game on the with Donkey Kong Freeze being on the Wii U. I do have that on the Switch, so I am interested to play Tropical Freeze and give that. And of course, Tony, the Switch version, you can play as Funky Kong. It's got Funky mode.
Funky Kong.
For modern audiences, Funky mode. Funky Kong is for the modern people,
All right, okay.
But yeah, that's Donkey Kong Country Returns HD by Retro Studios. Man, Retro Studios always just puts out like great shit. Like the Metroid Prime remaster was great. They put out, and it makes me excited to try Metroid Prime 4 as well, because I prefer the 2D Metroid games, but I think there is something really cool about the 3D Metroid games as well. Anyway, this remaster was not actually made by Retro. Retro made the original, and then I think it was a support studio does like HD remasters. It's not the best remaster. Like they kind of walked it in. Like modern mode is nice, but for the most part, they just kind of upscaled it. It runs it. It's like 1080p 60. It's fine.
So
right?
You want to see more?
Yeah.
It's fine, but you want to see more. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they could have done more, but I mean, it's fine for like just removing waggle-tastic controls was big enough for me.
Yeah,
to like, okay,
that is a pretty solid improvement.
What do we have next up? Oh, I've been playing Super Mario Maker 2 on the Switch 1. This is Switch 1 footage, as you can tell by the really blurry UI.
Yeah.
That is one of the things that I noticed the most between the Switch 1 and the Switch 2 is the UI is so much more eligible on higher resolution screens. Like, I don't think the UI of the Switch 2 is like 4K. I think it's like 1080p, but it's just so much crisper and easier to see on the fucking Switch 2 version. Anyway, I've been wanting to play Super Mario Maker 2 for the longest time, but I may or may not, be a man who was taking single-player Switch games, games, and putting them on the PC to emulate it for higher quality, allegedly, if my lawyer's watching, allegedly. But I was like, you know what? Mario Maker 2 is a big multiplayer game because of the ability to queue up random people's maps online. Let me grab this on the Switch 1. I'll play it on the Switch 1, and then when the Switch 2 comes out, I can play it on there. And, I think this game's... What the fuck? Tall Mario?
Tall Mario.
This game's really cool. I think it is kind of... I think the ability to just queue up into random people's maps is like the coolest part of it, right?
Yeah, I think I pretty much
I just think the
because you don't want to make your own, you just queue into
people's
random, so it makes
difficulty
sense.
scaling on this game is kind of crazy. Though it's like easy as like walk to the right side of the screen. Congratulations, you've beat the level. And it's like normal.
Yeah.
You have to make 7 precise precision jumps and then jump off a red. It's like it's like people are doing like the insane difficulty levels. It's just like, yeah, no, this is what normal Mario players should be doing. Like I feel like people mislabel, because the reason I bring this up is because you can do what's called like I think it's called like a 50 Mario run or something like that, right? Where you basically it just queues you up. You just select a difficulty. So like you go, I want to play easy maps, and it'll just keep queuing up easy maps over and over again until you run out of lives. So it's like an endurance challenge, which is pretty cool. And
I think it's a good way to challenge yourself, right?
Because I started off just like just queuing up, like just searching what people have made and just be like, okay, what's the most popular map on Mario Maker 2? And I feel like that was kind of a mistake because there is so many maps that are just people using note blocks to create like maps that play like Undertale music or whatever, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
I think the best way to play is just choosing a difficulty and just queuing up random maps. And then the really cool thing is like, if somebody makes a map that's kind of bullshit, there is a feature to just skip any map that you don't want to play, which I think is really cool to see. And there is like other cool, like you can basically play as any Mario in like section, right? So you can play as Super Mario Bros. 3, Mario Bros, 2. You can play as like the Super Mario Deluxe, like the more floaty like 3D Mario in 2D, right? You can also play as Link. I was playing as Link at one point. That you have the option to play as him, which is.
How does Link what?
You have like a bow and arrow and a sword, like, and you have different abilities. One thing that really confused me as someone who's never played, like, I think it's Super Mario World that you get the cape. The cape mechanics confused the fuck out of me because I was like, there's this section where you have to like glide with the cape, and I was like, how the hell do you do this? Like for example, I played Super Mario Brothers 2, like on the Switch 2, the Switch 1 emulator, like last year or the year before, and the ability to pick up fruit and throw it, like I had no idea that was a thing. So I was struggling to beat Birdo, like one of the first bosses, because like I didn't even know this was a mechanic that was in the game, because that doesn't exist. Like my expertise is like Super Mario Bros. On the NES, it's dash the Game Boy Color version of that, right? Which is just like your basic platforming, right? I've played Super Mario Bros. Deluxe probably like 6 or 7 like I've played through that on like the hard mode like 6 or 7 times. Like that is my favorite Mario game by far. And I love the modern Mario games as well. Like I love Wonder. I wonder if Nintendo will do an update for Super Mario Maker 2, because you mentioned mouse mode support, which I think is a genius way to get people to create maps, because right now you can use the touch screen is probably the best way to create a Mario Maker map.
Yeah, I suppose
but I would love the ability to have like a Wonder style tile set for this. I think Wonder maps would go so hard, where you're just running around and then suddenly you pick up a Wonder Seed and then your Elephant Mario and crazy shit's going on. I think that would be like infinite replayability fun of this sort of stuff, right?
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Which I think is really cool.
I didn't think about that. But yeah, that makes sense.
I haven't played this on the Switch 2 yet. I need to play it on the Switch 2. This is me playing it on the Switch 1 with Switch 1 Joy-Cons, and oh my god, is that an awful experience. I've got the Pro Controller now, so I really want to see what it's like on the Switch 2 with the Pro Controller. But yeah, I pretty much played through the entirety. I think it was Super Mario Brothers 3. Someone made like a... There's these like... Oh, here's the cape, Tony. I'll see if I have any like footage of... Like, show you how the cape... You can kind of do like this weird gliding, but I was struggling to figure out how to get it to work. Yeah, you can like fly and then you like put out like a parachute. What was I saying? I've actually completely forgotten.
No, I don't remember. I
okay.
think it would be a good upgrade.
I was talking about like Wonder levels and the. Oh, I've been playing on Switch 1 with
Yeah.
Joy-Cons. I need to play it on Switch 2 with the Pro controller and see if that makes. I think that's
Oh,
going to make a
okay.
huge difference because I was getting
Yeah.
kind of frustrated with the fucking Switch 1 Joy-Cons. I think it was kind of shit. But yeah, yes, as I was saying, I played through like almost the entire. I think it was Super Mario Brothers 3. I need to find the name. People can make like these challenge levels where it's like, I've recreated Super Mario Bros. 3. See if you can get through it with this amount of lives, sort of thing, right?
Mm.
So Super Mario World is what I was playing because I've never played Super Mario World, but somebody's like recreated it as a challenge in Mario Maker. It's like, oh, that's a really cool way to play it. Can I just say, fuck Morton's Castle? I hate this map.
Yeah, which map was this?
Morton's Castle. I think this is just a level in Super Mario World. I'm fairly sure. But the reason I hate this map is because so much of this map is dodging stuff off screen and then memorizing that it's going to be. I don't like platforming stuff where the gimmick is you have to play through it once and die in order to not get killed by bullshit because it killed like these thwomps just kill you off screen until you know, okay, I have to not hit these thwomps off screen. But it's also like the section after this. I'm just doing an informal review of a level of Super Mario World now.
Just yeah, I think it's understandable.
The thing about this game is if you get pushed into a wall and there's no space for you to exist, it'll just one-hit kill you. So a lot of this level is just like getting crushed by blocks by standing in the wrong place a lot of the time, which is really annoying.
Yeah, it does sound really annoying.
Yeah, I think I can tell you now, like
review.
17 minutes. I'll skip to when I beat this map, Tony. I can tell you how long I spent trying to beat this map. Oh, I died right on the fucking Bowser Jr. fight as well.
No.
Tony, I'm still going. It's been about half an hour on this one map.
Okay.
I'm going for the perfect God run. Tony, it only took me half an hour to beat this one Super Mario World map. Like, that's huge, right?
I don't know if that's huge.
But yeah, I like that there's like this curation stuff to be like, okay, these are cool levels, and it has like ninjas outside them to be like, here's how many people were able to beat this map or needed help on this map, I think.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm excited to play more Super Mario Maker, and I really hope they do a Switch 2 edition, because I think even if it was just like, 4K would be nice. I mean, for like I don't even think you kind of need 4K. And I don't think they would do 120 FPS support, because that would kind of alter like the underlying code of like the Mario games, right? Do you think Nintendo would ever consider doing like black frame insertion by just putting the game into 120 handheld and then doing like using the extra frames to add the black frames? That would be interesting.
That'd be cool. I feel like it's possible, but I wouldn't expect it. That's what I'd say.
I didn't expect them to do 120 FPS VRR display, so I didn't expect them to do mouse mode support. So there was a lot of unexpected stuff happening there, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a possibility for sure.
I also was playing Super Mario Party Jamboree on my Switch 1 because I knew it was getting a Switch 2 upgrade. So I decided, hey, I'll grab the game and I'll just play it now because it's pretty fun, and then I'll do the Switch 2 upgrade. Switch 2 upgrade comes out in a couple of weeks, Tony, so I'll probably talk about this again fully when the Switch 2 version comes out. But basically what I played on the Switch 1 version was the minigames. I just slammed the minigames over and over again, just playing against CPUs. I think for me, I'm not the biggest board game guy. I have played one board game now with a friend online, and we were both playing on the Switch 2. before the update came out, and it was like lagging so much it was unplayable. So I was like, oh, okay. Hopefully they fix this for the Switch 2 update.
Online problem.
Yeah. I mean, Mario Kart World was fine for us playing online, and then we just started playing. It was like literally like a slideshow playing like the Olympic level with like the swimming and the cycling and stuff. So I was like, oh shit. I'm kind of disappointed. Like, just slamming the minigame single player was really cool because you just get to like. That's the thing I love about Knockout Tour and like Mario Kart World is it's just like you play a game, you get knocked out, and it's just me like, okay, I'm in another game now. I'm going again, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
the way they do the minigame multiplayer stuff, so you can queue up and play minigames online, which is like, okay, that's really cool. That's sort of what I want to do in Super Mario Jamboree, right? If you do it that way, you queue up to play a minigame, and then after that minigame's done, it ends the lobby. You then have to go back in and queue up to play a single minigame. And I'm just like, this is the stupidest way you could do this. It's so dumb. Hopefully they change that with the Switch 2 version, but I honestly don't have that much faith that they will. Because I feel like the board game is like the main game mode most people play. So, but yeah, I'll do another review on Mario Party Jamboree when the Switch 2 version comes out. Tony, Animal Crossing, maybe one of my biggest surprises for Switch games that I went from I don't understand why people play this game to I fucking love this game. Animal Crossing is, again, it's sort of something I've missed the boat on in terms of COVID. This came out, it was like the best-selling game in the world. People were buying Switch left, right, and center to play this game. My idea was, you know, I like to try things and give things a go, even if I don't necessarily think I'm going to enjoy them. I was like, you know what? I've heard that it can be quite relaxing to play these cozy games for 30 minutes every day, just like before bed or whatever. I'm just going to queue up Animal Crossing for 30 minutes every day and just give it a go. And every day, those 30 minutes would turn to like 4 or 5 hours of just playing it. I was like, oh shit, where has the time gone? So yeah,
I think this is a lot about a game if that's like
so
how you
this is the start of the game, the very start of the game. So this is just like choosing your island, taking your character. And I will say, like, as somebody who's never played an Animal Crossing game, the beginning of the game was really confusing for me. I felt like okay, again, I'm playing this on the Switch 2, I should mention, because there is the thing I find crazy, Tony, is the Switch 2. There is no Switch 2 edition of Animal Crossing, which hopefully will be corrected in a direct that is definitely coming.
Maybe it's in the works.
But it feels crazy to me that this game is you get faster loading times, which is kind of a game changer for the Switch 2 edition. Like, there is so much loading times between like going in and out of doors, which you'll constantly be doing in Animal Crossing. But Tony, I didn't even know this, because I didn't notice this, which I find kind of cool about... It's kind of not great, but also kind of cool, is I've been playing this game for 40 hours, and this game runs at docked 1080p 30 FPS, handheld 720p 30 FPS, and I've never really... It's never really bothered me once that this game's running at 30 FPS. It's a slow-running game, and there's not really that much movement, and I think, like... It's kind of made me be like less pedantic about frame rates playing on the Switch and consoles and stuff, right? Whereas on my gaming PC, I'm like, I need 240 FPS, 4K every single game. Otherwise, it's unplayable. And I've just been like, no, I'm just going to walk around, pick weeds, and cut down trees, and I don't need these frames.
I think it depends on the speed of the game, right?
I think what's... But yeah, Switch 2 edition, real low-hanging fruit, 60 FPS, 1440p, they could definitely do 4K. Some quality of life stuff. My like bucket list of quality of life stuff, Tony, let me craft multiple items at once, please, for the love of God. I'm trying to craft hot items to sell. I'm crafting like 20 or 30 wooden benches to sell them to Timmy Nook to get my hot item bonus, and I have to craft them individually and then go and talk to him and sell them. You can speed them up by spamming the button, but you can't craft them.
Then you have to get the item out of storage, so just cross it from your storage.
It crafts it into your It crafts it into your inventory, so you don't have to get out of storage. But
but the materials itself.
Yes. You are reminding me of another quality of life feature I would love. The ability to take items out of your storage when you're crafting inside your house would be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I just would expect that.
I'm doing Nintendo Switch Online stuff right now, apparently. So my 2 intro villagers there were Phoebe and Biff. It's crazy that the thing about Animal Crossing is you really get to know all of the characters, and it feels like there is I want to say 100 villagers in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Animal Crossing New Horizon, how many villagers are there? Let's have a look. Sorry, Tony. In Animal Crossing New Horizons, there is 413 villagers. There is a fuck ton of villagers in this game. Yeah.
Okay.
And it basically randomly gives you 2 villagers to start off with, and I got Biff and Phoebe, and I've just formed. It's almost reminded me of playing Persona, where I'm I go and talk to these guys every day, and I form relationships. Biff likes to work out. He calls me Squirt. He's a hippo, and he's always giving me workout tips. Phoebe,
his workout tips are insane, but yeah.
Phoebe loves flowers, so I always gift Phoebe flowers because I'm trying to get my friendship up with Phoebe. And Phoebe always calls me Sparky. So you get to choose where your villagers' houses are. The core gameplay loop is you tidy up your island, so you pick your weeds, you cut down your tree. You get wood from your trees by hitting them. You pick up the sticks. You catch bugs. You go fishing. Because eventually, as you play further, you unlock what's called the museum, and you can talk to Blathers the owl. And you give him fish, and you basically want to collect as many unique bugs and fish and sea life creatures as you can. And then you go to your museum, and then it's absolutely just full of creatures that you've collected, and it gives you this sense of accomplishment and stuff, right? That's sort of the core gameplay loop, is just expanding your island and your collection and customizing and giving you that creativity to kind of choose how you want to play it and how you want to decorate it.
How you want to make money and as well.
Here's Tom Nook. This Tom Nook guy's a fucking crook. He takes you to a deserted island and he just gives you debt. He offers to so as you progress through the game, you unlock you can turn your tent into a house, you can get more storage, you can get more rooms, and as you grow and grow, you have to pay Tom Nook more bells, which is the currency of the game. And I think this core fundamental design, Tony, is insidiously well designed. It's I think the beauty of the design of Animal Crossing is it goes, here's the world, here's how big it is, and here's what you can do. And it's you can relax and stay here as long as you want. But whenever you want the world to be a little bit bigger, come talk to me and I'll make the world a little bit bigger. And that's what Tom Nook does. And then he's okay, now you get used to the world being a little bit bigger. And he's are you happy here? Do you want the world to be a little bit bigger? And you're yeah, I'm ready for a little bit more. And the game kind of opens up more and it goes, okay, now you have the ability to go and go to this island. And you can work your happy holiday DLC stuff. Now you have this person will start visiting your island. Now we can have the ability to attract more villagers to come. And I think the balance of this cozy game is insanely tight. I think this is the best, maybe one of the best balanced games I've ever played, and it's a game where you're basically kind of doing nothing for the most part. It is just about freedom and friendship and customization. I think Animal Crossing is a game I didn't really understand until I played Animal Crossing. And then I was oh shit, I've played this game for 40 hours. And it's the way the world works in this game, Tony, is it's based on real time. So if you play in the day, it's daytime. If you play at night, it's nighttime. And it's really interesting because it gets to a point where Timmy and Tommy, the nephews of Tom Nook, they open a shop and it closes at 10 o'clock. So I'm constantly like, oh shit, like I'm looking at my clock playing. I'm like, oh shit, I need to make sure I get my stuff into the shop before it closes. And like, when you order things from the brochure, they come the next day in the mail. So you don't immediately get them. It's like a lot of content is time gated. It's like, I want my house upgraded. You go up to Tom Nook and he's like, come back tomorrow and your house will be upgraded. And when this stuff happened in other games, like when they added this stuff to WoW, it felt awful because it was like you used to be able to grind World of Warcraft, right? And it was like, I want to immediately do this thing and have the reward, right? But I absolutely love going, man, I can't wait to log on to Animal Crossing tomorrow because then I'll get to. I ordered a giant. Right now there's Mario stuff in this. I ordered a question mark block and I can't wait. My house is getting bigger tomorrow. And my friend said they were going to send me something in the mail and that's coming tomorrow. And it gives you this constant sense of, it feels like a world that exists and is constantly going on. Which I think is like one of the beautiful things about Animal Crossing. Because I showed this, like I was playing Animal Crossing and you were watching it and you were saying like you kind of don't think it was a game for you and you didn't understand it. But
no,
that's kind of how I felt until I played it. And I think you might slightly change your mind. I'm not saying, play Animal Crossing, it'll change your world or your mind or whatever. But I think it would be interesting to see you play a game like this. Because there is stuff in this game I think you enjoy in other games. It's not complicated. It's very simple for the most part. But there is like great systems in this game. Like,
I think I appreciate why people like it, but it's just I just look at people playing it. That's not powerful to play. I don't know. It's just. I appreciate it. Like I appreciate it. Like like there's like a lot of hidden. It's not even hidden, but like it's just like complexity and like.
It is hidden complex. Like Nintendo does this with their design, where they go like, let's make this as simple as possible so anyone can get into it, and then when they want to go further, we will add this complexity, and you can look up this stuff like later.
Yeah, I do appreciate that.
I'll skip ahead to like later on in my island because I think that will be like show you more, like what the island looks like at a later point. I think it looks completely different now to where I am, but just show you some of the progress I've made through playing it for a bit. The thing of playing Animal Crossing as someone who's never played Animal Crossing, it like 5 years after everybody else has stopped playing, is I just have this wealth of knowledge of people online, but also every female friend I have has become like my gaming sensei. And like, I basically like, what are turnips? How do I do? There's this game has an economy, and it's all based around turnip prices. Like it's crazy. It's like every day you can dig up a spot and there's bells in there, and you can like replant those bells as like a money tree, and it's like getting investment on your bells because then it sprouts into 3 money bags and you get more money. It's always raining on Gooner Island, by the way, the name of my island.
Good name. It's a good name.
But I played like 20, 30 hours of Animal Crossing, and I was still what was considered the early game of Animal Crossing. I was like, man, that is crazy. Like how long the tail is on this game, like how far you can go. Like I was playing online, and I went to my sister's island on the Nintendo Switch online stuff, and I was just like so confused by everything. She was like she had a magic wand, and she had like a museum with everything in it, and she could change outfits. She was catching stars, and she had this giant giant field of just like these weird wood creatures that danced, and I was like, what are these nightmare creatures? What is going on here? I got my Swamp Tony. My Superstar came in the mail. You'll love to see it. I think it's cool. Like you can interact with this stuff as well.
Yeah,
like you interact with it, and it plays the Superstar music, like that, which is really awesome. But yeah, basically every female friend I have now, I'm like, how do I do this? How do I do this? And they'd be like, these have been people who have come to me and be like, how do I use an ability in Overwatch? And now I'm coming to them and I'm like, how do I dig a rock? And I'm now learning like like for some reason, okay, I don't know if it's even a Nintendo mechanic, but I was going around destroying rocks, and I was like, because one of the first objectives you have is to build like, I think it's like resident services. You need to gather a bunch of iron up to turn the tent into a building. And I was going around destroying these rocks, and I was getting like 1 stone or 1 iron. I was like, how the hell do you do this? If you eat fruit, you destroy things. Do not eat fruit and try and hit things, because you'll destroy them instead of harvest them. It's not like another survival crafting game where you want to knock down trees to get resources. You want to hit them a couple of times, and then that's like their maximum for the day. Like, it's a very different design to the games I'm used to. But for some reason, like you can hit rocks 3 times, but if you dig a hole behind you and a hole to the left of you, or to the right of you, depending on where you're stood, it basically stops you from getting knocked back, and then you can hit the rock the maximum amount of time 8 times, which will give you the maximum resources. Why does the game do this? I don't know. Is this a Nintendo mechanic? It doesn't feel like it is, but if it is, that is fucking weird.
Yeah, that's, I don't understand that at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just got used to it.
How did you figure that out?
How do people... I have no idea. My friend taught me to do it. Like, my friend said to me, so here's like the bell thing you can dig every day. And there's artifacts you can dig every day. Because you can also fill your museum full of like fossils. So you can... and there's like, you got T-Rex head, T-Rex tail, and you basically build these giant set, and you can go in the museum and look around them, and it is really cool. Like, and it gives you like facts about things. But I'm starting to like identify bugs, Tony. I'm just like, oh, that's a brown that's a long locust. You know, I need a grasshopper. You know, I am actually like learning stuff about like different bugs and stuff, which is pretty interesting.
Real life information.
But I'm always learning things. Like, I just learned that you can swim the other day. Like, I got a swimsuit, and I was like, what? There's like sea creatures I can collect for the museum. You can vault to get over different, like, there's rivers on your island. It wasn't like there was an entire part of my island I couldn't go to because it was at upper level and there was no way to get to it. And then I was like, oh, I can build a ladder, and then I can climb up to this area and start harvesting stuff up here. Yeah, like, there is a lot of stuff in Animal Crossing that I feel like I wish was better explained to me, because it didn't make like intuitive sense to me, like a lot of this stuff, right? Especially like the rock digging stuff, and like, why it's like, because I think specifically like Tom Nook tells you to eat fruit, it will like make you faster and like better and stuff. I was like, oh, okay, I'll eat fruit, and I start destroying everything, and I was like, wait, no, that's not what I want to do. But yeah.
So eating fruit. Wait, I don't understand that at all. What?
Eating fruit allows you to immediately destroy. So, like, say for example, you have a tree in a place you don't want it. You can immediately uproot it and get rid of it, so you can move it somewhere else.
Okay.
So you have 5 rocks on your island, and rocks are important because it's your main source of iron, which is a really important early game because it lets you upgrade resident services. But you'll need iron for general recipes and stuff, and you'll need wood and stuff, right? So, and you need stone to make tools. So harvesting your rocks every day is important. One of your rocks every day will be a money rock, and if you hit it, it'll give you like, I think it can give you up to 8,000 bells per hit. Like, it'll be 8,000 bells, 100 bells, 100 bells. Like, some is 2,000 bells. So you want to get your money rock. Do you want to know? So every island you spawn on, Tony, has a random fruit. So for me, my island has peaches, but that is called your native fruit, right? Your fruit sells, I think it's for 100 bells if you sell it to Timmy and Tommy. If you sell a non-native fruit on your island, it sells for more. It sells for like 500 bells. So if you take your native fruit to somebody's island that has pears, you can sell it for more money. So there's actually an economy of going to other people's islands and selling fruit for for your non-native fruit, right, to get more money.
Yeah.
Turnips get sold on Sunday morning, and I've never bought turnips because I'm literally Sunday's today, and I forgot to log on in the morning again because it closes at 12. So I forgot to buy turnips again. But you can buy turnips at a low price, and then every single day, Tony, Timmy and Tommy will buy. After Sunday, they will buy turnips for a different price, and it'll go up and down. And people have created like a algorithm to predict when turnips will sell for the most amount of money based on when you bought. Right. So there's like a stock market. Yeah. It's like, hold on to your turnips, don't sell. It's now sell turnips, which I just find is absolutely hilarious. But I think it's really cool. Like I love the weird economy stuff this game has. Oh, tools break, by the way, so you will have to like repair them. It's not too bad because you get like flimsy tools and these break quite often. But once you get access to, basically you need to do your big iron dump of the 30 iron to upgrade resident services. Then past that point, just make iron tools. You don't really need iron for too much other than crafting recipes past that point. And iron tools don't break that quickly. They're quite good. But I will say specifically make a stone axe rather than a iron axe, because iron axes destroy trees, but stone axes are the upgraded version of the flimsy axe, but they don't destroy trees, right? So they're more useful. Like iron axes are useful for when you want to take down trees. And there's this thing called Nook Miles, Tony. So not only do you have bells as your currency, but you also have a thing called Nook Miles where Tom Nook, it's almost like airplane miles, where when you do actions, he'll give you like this unique currency.
Well, it just adds to the scam of him coming to like he come to this island and then like here's my money.
Here's my currency. Yeah, but that allows you to go. There's this ATM terminal, and it allows you to buy like upgrades. You can buy tickets to go to random deserted islands, and this lets you like find new villagers. And you can invite them to your island or find resources on the deserted islands. As you can see here, Tony, my inventory is not that big. You can actually use Nook Miles to upgrade your inventory size as the game goes on, but you need to like. I think what's cool about Animal Crossing is it's a cozy game, but as someone who is like an extrinsically motivated like survival crafting guy, there is like a good like progression curve to Animal Crossing where it's like if you do this today, tomorrow you'll be able to do this and you'll get access to this. And you can get a bigger inventory, you can get the tool belt, you can get better tools, new recipes. Like, I think Animal Crossing is one of the best designed crafting, customization, cozy games, whatever you want to call it. I understand Animal Crossing now, and I gotta say, Tony, I'm a fan. Please, Nintendo, do a upgrade for the Switch 2 version. It's free. Like, there's free performance on the table that could easily be taken at a point by Switch 2. I would love if you added quality of life stuff too. And Tony, when they make a brand new Animal Crossing game, which they will be doing, I will be purchasing it. I am an Animal Crossing fan now. And I finally understand what is going on. And yeah, I think this is well worth a try if you have a Switch. Or a Switch 2. Because it's even better loading times on there right now. But yeah, do you have any questions about Animal Crossing?
No, I think I had some questions, and but yeah, I've just been because you have been like streaming it on Discord, right?
Yeah.
But then it's just I understand a little bit more, but I think I still look at it and go, it's not something I would want to play myself.
But yeah, that's one thing I want to say. Nook Miles. So you fish like 50 fish, and then you get the Nook Miles for that, right? Which you can spend on upgrades. There's also daily Nook Miles. So you go onto your phone, and it's like, oh, we'll give you a bonus reward if today you cut down some trees. So it kind of pushes you to do certain activities. And of course, it's completely optional to do these things, but you also kind of be like, oh, it would be nice to have some Nook Miles because I would like to, upgrade my inventory. Or I would like to save up and like, mate, the lake, you can start like terraforming your actual island. Like some of the islands I've seen, holy shit, you can do a lot of shit. And I'm just telling you, I'm 40 hours in and I feel like I'm still a baby. Like there is so much more Animal Crossing to play, and I'm going to play it. And yeah, I would recommend this to most people. So those are the Switch 1 games I've been playing, and even a Switch 1 game on the Switch 2. And it's a better version for it so far. So yeah. We will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.